Cue right there.
Are we live?
Yep.
Welcome to Infinity Watch, the Marvel show. It's not an after show, it's just a Marvel show where we talk about all of your favorite Marvel comics, movies, TV, and news throughout the week. This week, we're going to be talking about Deadpool 2. This will contain spoilers. Now, I know a lot of you have not seen Deadpool 2, so I'm going to forewarn you right now that we will have spoilers in this. However, if you haven't seen it, you can always come back and watch it later. Right?
Yes.
Right?
It's true.
Great.
It's true.
But before we even get into that, what I do want to talk about is some of the hottest Marvel news that's going to be happening. And before we get into that, we got a little business to take care of. So, Jezer, talk to us about THS Hashtaggers.
THS Hashtaggers is a Facebook group where you guys can communicate with each other about everything that you find cool, everything that any videos or any geek-related stuff that you find interesting. You just go over there. A bunch of people start posting a bunch of different shit, and you can check it out. It's also a way for you connect to us rather than sending us direct messages on our Facebooks or Instagrams. If you want to show us something cool, post it on there and tag us, and we'll look at it. It's also a good way for you to coordinate with other THS Hashtaggers on hotel stays for Paramorphicon. So yeah, that's probably the best use of it.
And Johnny, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Super Chat?
Oh, and the Super Chat is super
It's only
dope.
a feature on YouTube, by the way. If you're watching us on Facebook, sorry.
But it's a great way to just help us keep the lights on. As you guys know, we love coming to you, talk to you about all this geeky stuff and everything like that. And the Super Chat button is just a way to, show love. It's always a way to keep the lights on and everything like that. Because, as you know, we're kind of a grassroots organization and everything like that. So it helps us get better equipment, helps us get, better lighting, better cameras. And the thing about it is, it benefits you. Because when we get all this better stuff, it helps us give it a better experience for you guys watching at home. So please support through the Super Chat and help us make the experience better for you.
And we also have the TeePublic store. What that is all the cool geek t-shirts in there right now. As you can see, there is a hashtag show Deadpool shirt in there. That is an exclusive for you guys. A few of you fans have it already.
There's a sale today.
There's also a sale today.
Sale.
$14 for that Deadpool shirt. Go and wear it to your next screening of Deadpool. And like you said, a sale. What beats a sale? Nothing beats a sale. Johnny,
Exactly. Get it at just a good price.
you recently just saw Deadpool.
Recently, as in 35 minutes ago.
I saw it last Friday. When have you haven't seen it yet?
No.
But you don't
Or
mind the
Jazzer.
spoilers because we're going
Or
to talk
Jazzer.
about that.
Or Jazzer.
Whatever.
He has
Go
no
ahead.
choice.
Keep going.
Pokio Hernandez, who's joining us in THS Comic Books, thank you so much for joining us. We
What's up,
also
Pokio?
have a few of you that it's aggregating towards right now, so thank you guys so much for joining us. Guys, we got some Marvel news.
Yeah.
What happened?
Jezer, kick us off.
So, our first Marvel news that it comes from Marvel TV. I guess we broke on it. Yes, how many days ago? 2 days.
2 days ago, we broke this story.
Yes. They casted.
Cast.
Cast Bullseye for season 3 of Daredevil. Yeah, the actor's name is Wilton Bethel. I guess he's been on CW or something, so that's him. He is going to be Bullseye. What do you guys think about Bullseye coming into the Deadpool universe?
Bullseye's a character that a lot of people have wanted for a very long time.
I think we're going to get the Colin Farrell Bullseye,
No.
or we're going to get the...
Because obviously we're getting that guy as Bullseye.
No, I mean like the black, or like where he's just out in the open, or going to get like the black suit with the traditional Bullseye costume.
What do you mean?
Like the black suit with
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're going to get it updated for the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we usually do. I think that'll be fine. I think that, Marvel does a great job of with their costumes, unlike the CW with all of their superhero costumes. It all looks like...
You don't like CW costumes?
How much leather do you... I mean, none of the costumes really look like they're made out of different material. With the exception of Supergirl.
Who else has a different costume? Yeah, it's a lot of leather. Yeah,
It is a lot of leather. Even
but it is colorful. I mean, what would...
Hey, let me ask you, what is Arrow's biggest weakness, do you think?
What is his biggest weakness?
Peripheral vision,
He
because he
does.
wears that hood?
No,
And he can't see
I think-
the sides?
I think he's got anger issues.
And peripheral vision.
Yeah.
And guns.
And
Yeah.
guns.
Guns, he doesn't like guns.
And anything kind of
So yeah,
But I will say, like, I agree with Joe. Like, I think they're going to definitely incorporate the costume, because the cool thing about it is that, like, Marvel doesn't shy away from incorporating like the traditional costume. They look at him like, okay, how can we make this work for like the cinematic universe in a way?
Functionality, bro.
Exactly. So I think they're going to take it, like, chew it up a little bit. But when we see it, there'll be like homages to like the original costume there. Unlike the movie with Colin. Whereas like we had the tattoo on his head and everything like that, I definitely think we're gonna be getting that
With Colin Firth.
Colin Farrell. Do you guys think that, or I mean, most of Daredevil's villains or his rogues are pretty grounded. Do you think they played it safe by bringing in Bullseye?
That's a great question. No, I don't. I think that they did a smart job of building the anticipation for Bullseye rather than playing it safe. Actually, I think that was a smart move. Because realistically, they could have brought Bullseye into the first season very easily.
Yeah.
But instead, they went the Wilson Fisk Kingpin route, which I thought was brilliant.
I wish that we get him back. I want more Wilson Fisk.
To be honest with you, as you're bringing it up, that's one thing. Are we going to get him in season 3? Because the thing about it is that like they've been doing like a nice little slow boil type deal, and with season 2, we explore other elements of like Daredevil's backstory, Daredevil's life, and everything like that. And so as we go into season 3. Kingpin's got to come back. He was one of the best characters of season 1.
He's briefly in season 2.
Yeah, so I think about it for season 3, he could come back and be like the overarching villain. Because think about it, if you remember, Bullseye traditionally in the comics is an assassin.
Yeah,
assassons work for money.
Yeah,
so you got to ask yourself.
So Bullseye, Kingpin has to be the one that be like writing the checks.
Exactly, but they could be writing. But that's the thing. You got to ask yourself who's going to be paying him.
Yeah,
who is going to be paying him? Do you think?
It's gonna be Kingpin from like the inside of prison, but like. We're not going to get to see him, I don't think, if they don't want to pay the dude.
See, that's the thing, though. I think probably will be Kingpin, and I think they'll figure something out.
Yeah. I met that dude at Comic-Con. He's staying at the same hotel. I tried to, like, say hi and take a picture of him. He was just dead serious. Like, he's like, okay, go ahead. And then that's it. I got scared. Like, I was like, God.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah. He's just too serious.
He's an awesome character actor, too, though. Like, the man's a G.
I know. Have you ever seen The Breakup? He plays the older brother.
Really?
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
Was that with Vince Vaughn?
Yeah. He's the older brother.
I keep getting that one confused with the Four Christmases one that he did with Reese Wilson.
Reese
Witherspoon. Where, who's in that? Favre? Not Favre.
Oh, we got a super chat, by the way.
Yo,
we've been watching Sliders while watching today.
Sliders?
Dope, nice. Toku, what season are you on? Sliders is a dope show. Up until a certain season.
Watching out for Roe.
Oh, is Rowan Sliders? Mm-hmm. Nice.
There was an episode of Side
Lashana Brooks, is that a new name? That I'm not.
Lashana Brooks, welcome to the show. I think you've been here a couple of times. Thank you so much for joining us.
What's up, Ryan?
Should we give him another spoiler alert?
Moon Rider, how you doing?
Well, no, yes. By the way, guys, we're going to be spoiling. I'm going to say this between every news story.
Yeah, we got it.
We're going to be spoiling Deadpool 2, so if you haven't seen it yet and want to come back to the show, we appreciate it. But we don't want you guys to freak out because there are going to be spoilers. We do want to talk about, however, the next news story. Jezzer, what is it?
That McKenna Grace was confirmed to play young Carol Danvers in Captain Marvel.
Confirmed by us.
Confirmed by us.
We are the source on that. That went to the Nerdist. There's a great video on there at the Nerdist, but that was our story, our exclusive. Now, what do you think this says about the storyline of Carol Danvers?
We're going to get to see a little bit more of her backstory, her childhood, and probably like the relationship between her and her father and her mom.
And Kevin Feige did say that this is going to be a different origin story, the likes of which we had never seen at Marvel yet. So I'm excited about that.
Do you guys like Kevin Feige's origin stories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're.
I didn't like Doctor Strange, and I didn't really like Ant-Man, but.
You didn't like Ant-Man?
No.
Because in those situations, like, I can see where Joe's coming from, because a lot of people find them kind of redundant, because they're just kind of like these confident, witty, like, guys who they're very comparable to Iron Man in a lot of ways.
But Michael Pena was hilarious in that movie.
He
was great, but like
he was awesome. T.I.
But like Wong was really funny too in Doctor Strange. So it's like you always have that kind of balance. But I think personally, I'm excited for Captain Marvel. It's our first female Marvel superhero that we're getting on the big screen as a solo act.
More so than Ant-Man versus the Wasp, or Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Well, I will tell you this: Ant-Man versus the Wasp has me intrigued because The trailer looks great, and after everything that happened into Infinity War, I have a theory on where that movie can go.
So you're only watching it for the Infinity War tie-in?
No, I'm watching it because I think the movie looks innovative and funny.
You think we're gonna see Lawrence Fishburne as Goliath?
Yes.
In his heyday.
100%.
In his heyday.
Fingers crossed. Or maybe even now, maybe potentially. So we might get lucky. So
Because
fingers crossed.
Goliath was a pivotal role in the original Civil
Hi,
War.
Rebecca. She's joining us live on my page, guys.
Nice.
On my
What's
page.
up, Rebecca? No, yeah, he did play like a pivotal role, so it'll be dope to see
Yeah,
that.
he actually played the role that War Machine had in Civil War.
Exactly. Said it was a little bit deeper
But
though, because
Goliath
in the actual
died in that
comic book, spoilers, Goliath died and everything like
Yeah.
that, which kind of sets the people over the edge. And again, I'm excited for this. And we'll kind of go back to your original question about Carol Danvers and the movie. What makes me really excited about this is we kind of talked about before. Kayla's did kind of like comic run on that, features some stuff with her as a child, and some really cool lines about her, like as a young girl, like you ever run so fast that you ever think that you might be able to fly, stuff like this. It was like really some empowering stuff. So the fact that they're casting her and are going back to her childhood really makes me think they're going to like really borrow from her run a lot.
Refresher, what are her main like powers that she's most known for? Flying.
So she's got flying, energy blast. She has super strength. She can fly into space. She can absorb energy and then shoot it back at you.
Like
So
Rogue.
like Bishop.
Yeah, like Bishop,
Bishop.
but not as much as Rogue because
Well,
unlike
Rogue took
she
her
can
flying
control it.
powers.
So do you think we'll see that scene where Rogue steals her powers? Where
That
the
would be
X-Men
like
come
at the
over?
very, very end or something. Nah, I don't
Where
know.
the X-Men come over and we get that? How cool would that be,
Yeah.
right? Go ahead. You have more about Captain Marvel?
Oh no, I was just thinking like which Rogue we're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when that comes up. All right, so that was a news story we broke, and another news story that is hitting the marks, and I think it's brilliant. There's a little. I'm going to talk about this for a little bit. Deep dive into this. Miss Marvel, possibly a Phase 4 film.
Yep.
A Phase 4 film.
Yep.
Let's talk about that for a
Is
second.
it so? Ms. Marvel is supposed to be connected to Captain Marvel.
Yes, she's inspired
So-
by her Captain Marvel.
Inspired by
Captain Marvel, but totally different powers.
Totally different power set. So the thing about Miss Marvel is though she's this young Pakistani like woman and everything like that. She's like so kind of like it's really interesting. It's like low key kind of like and the origin is very similar to like Static Shock in a way. But so she sees there's these Terrigen mist cans that go around that came from the Inhumans and they start popping up all over the world, creating like these like new people who have all these powers and everything like that from the
Oh,
Terrigen
so we
mist.
could see the Inhumans back.
No,
Nah.
probably not.
Nah.
I think they disappeared
That-
when
that was-
Thanos did that.
Yeah, that was a failure.
They're gone
And
immediately.
So, yeah, but the dope thing about it is that the character is like really awesome. People will compare her run right now to a modern day Spider-Man, like how popular the character is, and then she's just super fun. She's a young girl. She's a fangirl, so she
Kinda
fans
like
out.
Billy
She meets
Batson.
people and everything like that. Exactly. So she's really fun.
Okay.
And
Here-
do you know our power set?
Huh?
Do you know our power set?
I saw that her arm was stretchy.
It's really interesting. So our power set is like a mixture of like I would say like a mixture of like Plastic Man and Giant Man. So she can control her molecular structure. So she can stretch her arm out, make it giant, like punch things. She can grow really big like Giant Man or grow really small. But she can also just like stretch and do things. So she pretty much like controls her body. A good comparison would be she's kind of like the Marvel version of Majin Buu.
Okay. All right. So are they gonna be Because what's her original team? Like Young Avengers, right?
Actually, no. Her original team, she actually made it to the Avengers.
She did make it to the event.
Yeah, her and Spider-Man Miles Morales were both of members of the team because they were like mentoring new heroes. She was on there with Falcon, Thor, and a couple other people.
Okay.
Female Thor, that
Jane
is
Foster.
correct. I'm excited about this announcement. I think it's long overdue. This is going to be our first Muslim superhero on screen, which I think is a pretty cool move, especially if Marvel execute it. I don't necessarily know if Marvel's going to do this right off the bat, though, because it seems like one of those things where they were more like, hey, it's in the works kind of a deal, rather than being like, this is an immediate thing we're going to get out.
Let me ask you guys this though, because we talked about this a couple of weeks ago and everything like that, and like we were debating about how they would do the Miss Marvel movie, and we were all hesitant about the fact that we were going to do it so soon. But they are rolling this out because we were worried about like brand confusion. But let me ask you guys this: what do you think may be the motivation behind this fact of them going ahead and rolling this out?
It's easy.
Like contract ending.
No, I think I call it the Harry Potter effect.
What do you mean?
Why not cast like look at the announcements they're kind of making. Nova Corps, and if you go Sam Alexander, you're casting younger. Miss Marvel, you're casting younger.
Yeah.
You already have Tom Holland, you're casting young. You cast younger. Have a franchise of characters that you can grow up like you did with Harry Potter for the next 10 years, and get people attached to them. Also, I think I found the perfect actress to play her.
Okay.
Her name is Sophia Ali. We got more super chats. By the way.
Oh, dude! Whoa!
God.
Toku Kid, it'd be great to have a second teen hero to go along with Spider-Man, which is exactly what I was kind of talking about. And Larry Newbill also gave a super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you,
so,
Trucco Kid.
so the super chat's from Toku and Larry right now.
Toku
Yep.
and Larry.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
So we also did
'cause
say that
I
if
do
Toku
have-
Kid does twice, you got to play the Jezzer Freaks Out video.
No, we didn't.
What?
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
that.
the rule.
No, it was a cumulative super chat of like 20 bucks. or
cumulative?
something. Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
if they keep going, I do
We're
have. Some,
halfway there. We're at 10.
Yeah, no, I mean like one whole thing.
You said a cumulative.
You said
That
cumulative.
means
damn it.
altogether.
But if they keep going, I do have 2 digital codes for Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, dope. Way to go, Jeff.
So it
That's
looks like
awesome.
if you for super chat, if you guys keep going, we do have digital codes to give out.
Yeah, are you sending that to me?
What?
The girl.
Sophia Ali? I think she's perfect. Let me find a better picture of her and then I'll send it to you.
Nice. But I agree with you, though. I call it the Hiddleston effect in a way. Was it Hiddleston or Holland? Who's Spider-Man?
Holland.
I call it
Hiddleston
the
is
Holland
Loki.
effect in a way. Because, again, when I was in that movie and the fact that, like, so many young people were crying over his death, I think that played a big factor to it, whereas, like, Marvel's like, yeah, we should go younger
See,
and bring some of these people in.
I don't understand why people are getting all emotional about it. I mean, they know. I mean, he's not really dead.
I know. But I think, see, that's the thing about it is, though, is that I think we know he's not really dead because we know the comics, and we also, like, he has
Not just
just
comics, but like we know his future.
But what if in Avengers 4, though, it's kind of the other way around where Tony's giving in a hug and dying, and he has to tell him, like,
Okay, that's when it'd be a little bit more.
they're having to reverse the situation.
Yeah,
So
like
maybe they're
Avengers-
playing on that.
Like, Avengers 4 is where I'll start shedding tears. Yeah.
I sent you the picture.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I call it the Holland effect, a little bit of the Black Panther effect. I think they saw how much success diversity had in a way, and I think like, hey, let's keep rolling this train. So I think that might be a little bit.
Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie, especially Larry. He says, "Don't tempt me, cookie face."
What did you?
If you actually super chat the $20, the video's well worth it.
Can we
It's
just send it to them
meme-worthy.
directly?
No.
God
It has to be on the
damn,
air.
man.
It has that's $4.99. We're almost there. It says,
Oh,
I want the
man.
Jezzer freakout video, fam. Toku Kid wants it. It's great.
my
You've seen it,
gosh.
right?
Yes.
It's bad. It's
When
great.
did you see it, Johnny?
You showed it to me because I heard about it.
Oh yeah.
Heard it on the streets.
Damn.
That was
Like
bad.
there's a few of us there. It was just god.
Yeah.
Get that video ready,
Yeah.
Judge. That's all I'm saying.
Where are we at right now?
That puts us at 15. So we have 5 more to go.
Oh wait, no, 12, right? Because it's $4.99.
That's
$4.99,
5.
and that's 2 is 12.
7.
Oh god.
14.
Oh snap! There's 3
17.
right there.
Yeah. So we're at $3 more and it's super chat. Oh,
Oh,
What
whoa,
was that?
whoa,
What was
whoa.
that?
That's it,
Who
that's
just
it.
gave 10? Oh
That's
my
Larry.
gosh!
Is that it?
that's it.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Larry.
For all of you
Thank
new
Larry.
people that are watching us
Oh my
on
gosh.
various things, Jezzer here freaked out when we were shooting at WonderCon. I wasn't there to see this with my own eyes. I wish I were. Oh, look at that. He tried to put up my pic so he could divert the attention. Anyway,
Oh,
that's my
cool
pic.
pic. Who
Her
is
name
that?
is Sophia Ali. She's in
Nice.
Truth or Dare. She's been in a ton of things. She is amazing, and also
Is she-
looks like my good buddy Deepa. She
Is
looks
she
just
pretty
like
good
you.
actress?
Great. So
Really?
she is my
Where's she
choice.
from?
She's in the movie Truth or Dare with the Blumhouse movie.
Nice. You did anything before that?
Small roles,
Nice.
but she is
So
the
wait,
perfect Kamala Khan.
Why do you say that though?
Why what?
Why is she the perfect Kamala Khan?
Because I don't know. She's from Middle Eastern descent, and she has the right look and right age range.
Someone,
dope.
High schooler.
someone had posted on THS hashtaggers that they wanted Zendaya.
That was
Like,
Mikey Perez, of course.
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so what's our next piece of Marvel news?
Oh, it's the Jezzer freakout video.
Dang it, Jezzer! I tried to help you, Jezzer. I tried to distract you, Jezzer. I had your back, Hinchin brother. Jezzer, leave me hanging. I'm trying to help you out. Sorry, I'm sorry,
All
Jezzer.
right. Well, you guys asked for it, and it's you guys.
Guys,
deserve it.
this is a sight to see. I'm really happy you're seeing this with me live. Hit the video.
Let's get
Hit that video.
Batman relies. Stop shooting! You can't just see I'm trying to record a video here. Get the fuck out! God damn.
I love it. Let's make that a thing. Like, that is the best video. Whenever we get a super chat, we should just have that as a thing.
If you ever give $10, you get the Jezzer freakout video.
The Jezzer freakout video is
dang
probably
it.
the best thing you're ever going to see.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh jeez, Louise.
What is the?
Oh man.
That's great. And that was a real freak out too. What did the girls do when you said that? And it was girls that he was yelling
No,
at
it
me.
wasn't just girls.
There's girls.
No, Josh.
There's
Little
Like-
girls. Those little girls.
There's a lady in a wheelchair.
That was great.
Oh god.
There's an old woman.
Oh no.
Anyway,
That's crazy.
you guys are here for us to talk about Deadpool 2 again.
Deadpool
A
2,
spoiler
Deadpool
alert.
2,
If you have
Deadpool
not
2,
seen
Deadpool
Deadpool 2, please, and you don't want any spoilers, you probably should stop here. Because at this point forward, it's going to be Deadpool 2 spoilers. But before we even get into that, so you get time to think about it, here's my interview with Deadpool himself.
Oh, super dope. You interview with Deadpool?
Yeah.
How would you describe Deadpool?
You know when he's foot. Is our mic's cut?
Huh?
Are our mic's cut?
Yeah.
Not really. Deadpool 2 is like the Canadian version of Couples Retreat with slightly less Small and Ackerman. More like Sugar Ray's Every Morning, but with slightly more Mark McGrath.
How would you describe Cable?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the character, not the actor playing him. Sorry. Gosh, where do I start? Well, he's the biological son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor, Jean Grey's clone and half-brother to Rachel Summers and Nate Grey. I don't know why those air quotes were in there. He was raised as the Ascani son in a genetic template for strife in a possible alternate timeline, having been transported as an infant to the future and infected with the techno-organic virus that consumes his lithe body with... Okay, let's just go with that.
You're traveling a lot on this press tour. What are some of your favorite cities to visit?
Dave & Buster's in Montreal. You know, it's the only place where you know you're getting the freshest STDs. And smoked meat, though one usually leads to the other, huh? Give me some. No? Okay.
Who should not come to see this movie?
Well, people who are easily offended, those with taste, and a sense of humor. People who don't like to waste time or money. And Cristiano Ronaldo. That guy.
What will surprise people about this movie?
Well, actually, we reveal the first movie was all a Ryan Gosling wet dream.
Interesting.
And by the way, are there any dry Ryan Gosling dreams? Come on.
How did you prepare for this movie?
I started juicing. Yeah. Not this stick a needle in your tush kind. No, I actually got a blender out every morning, and I just filled it with bushels and bushels of fresh drugs.
Given the success of the first film, what are your expectations for Deadpool 2?
Low. Real low. Yeah, like Rick Astley low. Yeah. This one was definitely a money grab. Big time. The good news is you don't need to see Deadpool 1 to understand Deadpool 2, but definitely see Spider-Man 3 to enjoy it.
Has the success of the first film changed you?
Physically, well, I had 5 bones from my body just removed, so I could just be a little bit more fluid. You know, both collarbones, 7 inches of spine, and for no reason at all, my coccyx, just because I want to see what it looked like. So gross. Stop making eye contact with me.
What was the most fun day on set?
Well, contrary to what people think, you know, making a movie, that's really hard work. You know, those are long hours, so I wouldn't say there were a lot of fun days. You know, damn, I always f*** up those air quotes. See, if I had to pick one, I guess the day I nearly drowned in puppy licks. That was a good day.
This Peter guy kind of came out of nowhere.
Right? His career is just taken off. You know, when it came time for reshoots, he was hip deep in this new Paramount project, and they wouldn't let him grow his mustache back. So watch for the digitally created facial hair. It's very hard to animate a mustache on the move. But seriously, I love Peter.
Well, thank you so much, Deadpool. It was great meeting you, and I hope for Deadpool 3.
Batman relies. Stop shooting! You can't just see I'm trying to record a video here. Get the fuck out! God damn.
He can't hear you. That's great.
Dope.
I love it. So Deadpool was a lot of fun. He was awesome to talk to.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun. Your freak out's even better.
Yeah.
What was going on, do you think, in your head at that moment?
It was a long day.
Yeah,
I just got my steak in the room, and then I was like, "Oh, we gotta do an interview." I was like, "God damn it, I'm hungry," because we had got food before, and we got pizza, and I dropped it on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it
Didn't hear about
sucked.
that. All right, so guys, let's get into our spoilers for Deadpool. Yeah, go ahead.
Hashtag cookie face meltdown.
Hashtag Cookie Face Meltdown. We've
It's
also
trending.
seen
It's
hashtag
trending.
Cookie Hulk.
Cookie Hulk.
Cookie Hulk was a good one. Deadpool's fun. Yeah. So let's talk about Deadpool 2 a little bit.
So,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler alert.
Right off the bat, this movie has a lot more heart than I thought it did.
Yeah,
Than I thought
definitely.
it was going to. It's really a story about family. Mm-hmm. Whereas the first one is a story mainly about romance. Like, it's a romance movie.
Yeah, it's a rom-com in a way. Because it came out like Valentine's Day, too.
Johnny, did you like Deadpool 2?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Like, I liked it a lot because, like, as Joe just said, like, it starts off with a little bit more emotional investment. And so at the beginning of the movie, you're meeting, like, him, like, you're learning more about Deadpool, his girlfriend, their future of the relationship. And at first, you're like, man, this is kind of like a little bit, like, slow pace and everything like that. There's a tragic death that occurs and everything like that. And at this point, you're like, okay, so how are you going to bounce back from this? Because
Is
at
that
movie,
early on?
yeah, it's like within the first, like, say, 15, 20 minutes.
Really?
And so at that point, you're like, okay, this is a revenge film. Like, where's this going? Because at that point, he's like all depressed and everything like that. And you're like, this is a lot slower than the last movie.
And you get the Celine Dion song.
In the movie?
Like,
Oh,
yes, yes. It's part of this old cool opening James Bond thing they do or whatever.
Celine
Where it's like the
Dion
old James Bond movies, but it's all Deadpool in the various positions
Do we
and
get,
whatnot.
you know, in the first one, we got that cool, like, freeway scene. Do we get something of that caliber of, like, an intro?
What's that?
You know?
Oh, when Deadpool's on the freeway killing
yeah,
them and
when
everything
killing
like that.
everybody, and then it's...
You kind of get that
Yeah.
with the, like, warehouse scene.
Yeah, you get that at the beginning when he's talking about what he's up to now, how he's becoming an
And he
international
kills
assassin.
himself in the very beginning.
Yeah,
Like, he blows himself up.
yeah.
And he makes a joke about Wolverine, about how if Hugh Jackman could kill himself in this movie, he's going to take it to the next level. And he blows himself up.
And
so
there's
he
even like
breaks
a
the
little,
wall, like, so
Completely.
many...
oh, so many times. Like, at the beginning, like there's a little like toy, it's like a little musical instrument thing. Like what's those music box that you turn like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
try music, but it's Logan dying on a spike.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Literally.
the fuck
And
is
so
that?
I liked it because it's fun because immediately after that slow point, it goes right back into like the Deadpool comedic stuff, and it's so good. And the emotional stuff is still there, so you're still this whole thing about family, and you're still invested in that as well. So all in all, it's a really fun movie.
How-
Because this girl gets shot.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, she
We're
gets
talking
shot.
about spoilers. She gets shot.
Okay.
And she, like,
Just
she
straight,
dies.
not
Yeah, she
just like
dies.
one shot, like straight up, like just
Like, in the heart and dies.
Yeah, so like they kind of like low key, they kind of woman in the frigid a little bit, where like her death is his motivation for the most of the movie. We're supposed to put him on track and everything like that, and give him his goal and everything like that. At the same time that this happens, we see Cable like start coming back from the future. Coming,
Well, before that even happens, though, Deadpool starts getting these, like visions, kind of, where he wants to die, and he's in the middle of, like, trying to cross worlds.
well, yeah,
With the death world.
So yeah, so pretty much what happens is he blows himself up, he dies, and then he's like in the death world. And what's cool is it's him like walking, and anytime he sees his girlfriend, he tries to go to her, but there's like a force field, something blocking her. And she turns to him. She says something about like like you follow your heart or something like that, or thing with your heart or something like that. And then
She's like, you're not ready for this world yet.
exactly. And then all of a sudden he gets pulled back, and then we see him in a body bag being dragged by Colossus. It was like, well, we give it one more chance, Wade. Like I won't give up on you. And then
there was his body like in pieces.
oh yeah, it was in pieces. Like we got the Deadpool head and everything like that, like arms and everything.
Ah.
And so Colossus takes him back to the X-Men action. He's like, "We're going to put you on the X-Men. You're going to join the team." And so when they get there, he's like on the couch, depressed, driving around at Professor Xavier's chair, cracking jokes. It's hilarious.
By the way, there's a lot of cameos in this movie. We're going to spoil them right now.
Go ahead.
First cameo is all the X-Men. They're in this movie.
Which X-Men?
all
the-
the X-Men,
All the X-Men.
Quicksilver,
Cyclops, Quicksilver, Beast.
Professor
I mean, like,
X.
James Marsden.
No, it's the X-Men from Dark Phoenix. So, fun fact, pulling the curtain pulling the curtain back a little bit. They were never actually on the Deadpool set.
Okay.
They were actually on the Dark Phoenix set, and it was shot on a green screen, and they inserted that footage in there.
So they're not ever interacting with.
Now, and
No,
even Deadpool
no.
makes fun of. He's like, well, how come I can't even get the guy with the fucking wings in here?
Yeah.
Talking about Archangel.
He's
Exactly.
in the movie.
No, but that's his whole point. Is like he's not.
Well,
but
because I
He's
mean,
like this-
Archangel is part of X-Force at one point.
yes,
Yeah.
towards a later iteration of X-Force. Yes. So we get to see that.
Mm-hmm.
There are more cameos. I mean, we're not going to go story beat by beat. Let's just talk about.
How does the new X-Men look? Do they look older? Or look,
They look like they did in X-Men Apocalypse.
like exactly.
They did. The only thing I will say is Storm had long hair.
Yeah.
Storm had long hair.
They had
Was
long
Jennifer
hair.
Lawrence in it?
Didn't see Jennifer
I don't
Lawrence.
remember Jennifer. It's quick.
Yeah, it's really fast.
quick.
I remember seeing Beast
Because it's like
Professor
Deadpool
X.
cussing, and then Beast kind of just shuts the door.
Exactly.
And you see all the X-Men like, what's going on?
Exactly, because he's over there complaining about how they can't get anybody, and then all of a sudden the X-Men just like Joe said, they just kind of close the door. He doesn't even notice them.
How about here? Like in this movie, does Colossus or Peter ever change into
No.
Peter?
No, he's totally CGI.
There is a Peter in this movie, which is quite amazing, though.
Yeah, Peter's awesome.
But the Peter Colossus you never get to see him as like
Wait, how do you, what?
Peter. Peter. How does he say his name?
Close enough.
But he never changes into his human form.
No.
That's weird.
I think that there's a lot of there are tons of cameos in this movie. If you blink, you'll miss them. One of them is Brad Pitt.
Yep.
He is the Vanisher. He's in it for a second. Another one is Matt Damon.
Okay, who is Matt Damon?
Remember the guy with Alan Tudyk, and they're like the redneck guys that are like, and Cable comes back, whatever, and they're in the pickup truck.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Terminator.
Oh,
scene.
really? That was Matt Damon.
So in the credits, he's labeled as his name from the Talented Mr. Ripley, not as Matt Damon.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Matt Damon, why does he keep making cameos in movies, man?
I don't know.
Did you guys hear that he actually died after Thanos snapped his fingers?
Who did?
Wait, really?
Matt Damon's character from Thor Ragnarok. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know why the Russo brothers had to
Throw
talk
that in
about
there.
it. Yeah.
Also, other cameos in this
Theodore.
movie. Everybody probably already knows this. Terry Crews is in the movie.
Yep, Terry Crews.
The
is there.
X-Force is in the movie.
We saw
yeah.
that guy at Rampage, remember?
Yeah. He was like in a chair ahead of us.
Question, because maybe you can answer this.
We got another super chat.
What?
Oh,
Does
don't
X-Force
forget.
die like in the newer comics? Yes.
Yeah, X-Force.
Every single member of the
Okay,
X-Force team dies.
let's do this. So, this is between Toku Kid and Larry. Which one do you guys want? One of you guys gets Black Panther, one of you guys gets Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, so you get to choose. If you guys don't already own these movies, and since Toku Kid and Larry have been super chatting the most, we're going to give you the digital codes to either movie. Whether whoever wants, we'll let Larry, if you're watching, choose, and Toku Kid, you get the other one. But you guys get to choose between Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe, you maybe answer this question. So this cool sequence, as you guys see in the trailer, where X-Force is like jumping out of the plane, but at one point the pilot turns around, and I kind of missed it. Everybody was applauding. I was like, wait, who was that? Do you remember who the pilot was?
I didn't catch it.
All right, so yeah, I will say that, guys, as you go see this movie, guys and gals, you gotta pay attention.
I'm
'cause
hearing
this girl
that
say-
is
this-
the biggest scene in the whole movie, like
Really?
the craziest scene in the whole movie.
them jump out of the plane.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It was without a doubt the funniest beat I've seen. Like I was dying laughing out the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean
So it doesn't make sense.
They make a warning though. They're like, there's going to be pretty strong wind advisories.
Yeah.
And like it actually plays a fact into this movie.
So are the team that he builds, are they like a ragtag team, or are they like well established?
Oh no, they auditioned. They auditioned to
Yeah.
be on this.
Okay,
like,
but they're
ragtag
not
team.
well established as individuals. They're not
No,
like
like this dude named random like dad named Peter is like, I just wanted some fun and adventure. And,
how about like Shatterstar and all them?
yeah.
He's a better version of Deadpool. Is what he literally
He
said.
says he's a better version of Deadpool. He's from the Mojo world.
He's an alien.
He's an alien, yeah.
And then who
Domino.
else? So we got Shatterstar.
I fell in
Domino
love
was
with
dope.
Domino. She's hot.
Domino was
Okay,
dope.
Shatterstar, Domino.
Vanisher.
Bill Skarsgård's
Yeah,
character.
he plays a character named Zygeist
Who has
who
like
throws
acid.
up acid.
Yeah, who's actually from the later X-Force run.
Yeah,
Okay, and so those three,
yeah. Peter.
Peter, and then Terry Cruz's what's the name?
I forgot Terry Crews' name in the movie. Did
Yeah.
you mention the Vanisher?
No, I didn't see him in the trailer.
Well, of course, he's the Vanisher. Duh.
Vanisher. It was the Vanisher. Who's that?
Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay,
Brad
so
Pitt.
Larry says he'll take Black Panther, and Toku Kid will take Thor Ragnarok.
Dope. Just came up.
Dope. That's cool. So they just brought them on just to watch.
So, fun fact about Brad Pitt: the way his cameo came about was because he agreed to do the movie for scale. Ryan Reynolds asked him. He said his one demand, though, was that Ryan Reynolds had to deliver him Starbucks coffee personally,
No way. Seriously.
and he did the movie. Yeah, because his
How much
kids
is
are big
Scale?
Deadpool fans. I don't know. For Brad Pitt, I'm sure it's a lot more than we make in a year.
Yeah.
So Bedlam. Terry
Bedlam.
Crews plays Bedlam. The movie's a lot of fun. I think that
It sounds like my type of movie.
Dude, it's
Cable,
so
let's talk about
good.
Cable for a second.
So good.
talk about Cable for a second.
Okay. So with Cable, do we get his full backstory?
No.
Not at all.
Well, they do kind of like allude to the techno-organic virus by doing those shots,
But
I know that they wanna do that more.
not his hair or not his
No.
lineage.
We don't know anything about his parents. We don't know anything about like what's like really happening in the future.
We do know he has a family.
Exactly. And then we know that the Earth is pretty much the future kind of shit.
What's up,
in
Nathan?
40
Thanks
years.
for joining us.
Yo, Nathan. Because of stuff that happens now.
And then he has the teddy bear.
Yeah. And Tay Bear belongs to his
So
daughter.
is he? Because the way that they're promoting the movie, they're making it seem like he's straight up the villain.
Well, I mean, He kind of is for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
Is it a villain or an anti-hero? Is he?
No,
No,
he's the villain for a lot of
He's
the movie.
He's low-key the problem in the way. And then
Like,
the problem kind of turns.
Is
like,
he the
later
one
on.
that started? Like, is he the one that kills some of the team?
No.
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 The wind does. Mother Nature does that. I think that the cool thing about
Spoiler alert. So just
we've
so you
already
know.
said spoilers.
No, no. It's just in case people are just dropping in.
We also did say what is Infinity Watch Dead, by the way. Remember cast of Fantastic Four, much more. Infinity Watch Dead.
Typo maybe.
All right, so one of the cool things about this movie though is the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
See, and we had talked about that like last week that there had been like scenes where we saw maybe Juggernaut's helmet. Did he get a backstory?
Not really.
No.
But
They alluded to it a little bit.
Is he the Juggernaut from X3?
No.
No.
So he is voiced in the credits. It says Juggernaut, and it says plays himself. But he's actually a voice construction of Ryan Reynolds and the writers Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese.
So you only see the helmet. You don't get to
You
see
see his face.
Yeah, you see his
But
body.
his
he's walking
helmet
around,
never
stuff
comes
like that.
off.
his
Yeah,
helmet never comes off,
comes
but you see like his face.
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Yeah, and what's cool is that like they do allude to his like backstory because he's like. In one place, I was like, "Why do you wear the helmet?" He's like, "Oh, because my brother's a psychic." And he's like, "But he's in a wheelchair, so I'm outside." I was like, "Oh, there you go."
That's
so
all Brett Ratner had to do. That's all he had to do.
It was really dope too, Jess. It's like if anybody's a comic book fan, you go see this movie. There's so many little nods to, like the comic book universe of the X Force and Juggernaut. Like literally, when Juggernaut goes on screen, this whole ramble Deadpool's like, "Juggernaut, you're my favorite Marvel character." He literally starts lifting off the issues, the epic issues that Juggernaut's showing up in. His X-Men issue, his Spider-Man, his Thor issue. They're like epic and everything.
His son Legion was in X Force, right?
You mean Xavier's son? No, he's not.
No, Juggernaut's son, isn't it?
That's not Legion. Legion is not.
Legion is Xavier's son.
Yeah. Another cool thing too is we get Rusty Collins, who's known in this movie as Rusty Collins, Fire Fist. The reason why a lot of the characters were chosen was mainly because of their names. This happened to be one of them. Fire Fist is a character tied to Lee Forrester and Cyclops from back in the day. And X-Men animated series fans will remember Fire Fist. He has an anger problem, and it goes to show in this movie he's actually the kind of no, he's not the villain. He's kind of the MacGuffin that Deadpool needs to save. But he also in the future he kills Cable's family because he kills in the present. He kills one time and gets a taste for it. And Deadpool's whole gimmick is, hey, let me set this kid right.
Yeah.
And it actually is a pretty heartwarming story about Deadpool trying to not kill somebody and set this kid on the right path.
And what's really dope too is piggyback off Joe's that so his girlfriend at the very beginning of the movie before she dies, their whole thing was they had been like together. It was their anniversary. They were about to start a family. She was ready to get pregnant. They were gonna have like a son or a daughter. They were like coming up with names, and then she dies. Later on, as we talk about like when he goes to that Dead universe. Later on, he dies again and goes to see her, and she's like kind of alludes that he needs to save this kid, and he kind of puts it all together, going back to like him having a child. So he sees this like kid as like his like way of like doing good by her, and him by like protecting like a new life in the world. And
I also have a theory about that.
What's your theory?
Are we ready to hear this?
Yeah.
So Hope Summers is Cable's daughter.
Keep going.
And that's the whole premise. That's why the teddy bear is darkened and he carries a teddy bear. So at the end of the movie, once they do eventually save the kid, the teddy bear turns back to normal. We get it alluded to us that his wife and his daughter die. And Cable says something interesting to Deadpool. He says, "You remind me a lot of my wife." I think that Deadpool's daughter is actually Cable's wife. And that's why, in those visions, that's the illusion of having to save this kid so his daughter can be born and Cable's future plays out the way it does.
So you protect his family.
Vanessa's daughter
Vanessa's
too?
daughter, Vanessa and Deadpool's daughter is going to
But
end
how
up
does
being
that
Cable's
work
wife.
if Vanessa died?
Well, the thing
Because
about it is,
he goes back and uses Cable's
Yeah.
time thing to fix everything.
yeah, and so like there's a nice bit at the end, and we're gonna do spoilers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a nice little thing at the end where like the post credit scene where he gets like Cable's time device fixed. So first thing he does is he goes back in time. He saves Vanessa, and then she's like, "You're back." He's like, "No, baby. I got more to do." And then he goes back further in time. He goes back to the
X-Men
first
Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, and he kills a version of himself from that movie.
So technically Hugh Jackman is in the movie as Wolverine.
Yep, he is.
Just like the X-Men's in the movie.
And then he also goes back as Ryan Reynolds is reading the Green Lantern script, and he's like, you're in the big time now. He shoots Ryan Reynolds in the head, and he's like, I saved you from that one.
He's like, that's for Canada.
So freaking meta, man. That's crazy.
It is good. Like, it's like really meta. It's like really fun. And
So
the writing's
all of
great.
this, all of the stuff that happens, you said it's post credit. Is that canon to the story?
We don't know yet.
No.
The one thing I did not like about the movie though, is so at the end of the movie, towards the end of the movie, Deadpool sacrifices himself to save this kid because when he puts these collars on,
They take away your
put-
they
powers.
take away your
Who
powers.
put the colors on?
Well, in Genosha, in the island of Genosha, in the comics, they've had these mutant collars that take away your powers.
Oh, Geonosis here?
No,
but
but the
in
collars
the
reference
collars
Yeah.
are here, so they put the collar on. So in order to save this kid, he proves to the kid like, "Hey, I'm really here, not just here for anything. I'm here to save you." He puts the collar on, loses
Takes
his
away his
ability,
power.
takes and he pretty much takes the bullet for the kid. And the only thing I didn't like about this movie is the 15-minute long death scene. Where he kept coming up, waking up, and like dying, and waking up and
Is
dying.
it in a comedic way?
Yeah,
It's really
but
funny.
I don't think
It's
it's
funny.
that funny because it gets boring.
So I would say this, like, as I watch it again, I'm coming like an hour ago from just seeing it. As I was watching, it's like, okay.
Is it because he's slowly healing? That's why
No,
he's
no, no,
able
because
No,
he's
it's
using
because-
our powers.
it's
He's
because-
just dying and coming back.
Yeah.
And it was like the third time he did, I laughed. And then he does it like again. I'm like, okay, this is still going.
It just drags.
Yeah, it drags just a little bit.
So that's the only thing.
But when he goes back, because Cable uses this thing to go back in time, because he has 2 charges, and he uses this one charge to go back in time. Actually, he has 1 charge left. He goes back in time and puts this it's like this skee ball coin that Vanessa gives him as their anniversary gift. He puts it in Deadpool's chest, so the bullet hits that instead of hitting him, and he saves the day.
Yep.
and everything's fine.
Exactly.
Who shoots?
There's this guy that was abusing Russell Collins, and he was like a mutant hater, and when he lived at this home, he was abusing the kid.
Yeah.
So I mean, this
he's-
movie
And
actually
actually-
touches a lot on child abuse. It touches a lot on family. It actually has some really deep meanings in it.
Because that villain is actually that whole thing is actually like paying reference to the Purifiers from the X-Men comics.
Yeah.
And so they actually bring that in here too. So the cool thing about this movie is, let's say, if you're a legit X-Men fan, this is low key a better X-Men, one of the best X-Men movies ever had, that pays homage to a lot of like the X-Men continuity history.
So, Negasonic and
Oh man, I love the Japanese girl. What's her
Girlfriend,
name?
yeah. What was it like?
Girlfriend.
It was something.
The Japanese X-Man. That's Negasonic Teenage Warheads.
So they're not part of X Force.
They are now.
They are now, yeah.
They are now.
So once the original X-Force dies, there's a new X-Force that gets formed. It's Dopinner, the taxi driver. It's Domino, Cable, Colossus, the Negasonic Teenage Negasonic Teenage,
The Asian girl.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
Asian girl, and
And-
Deadpool. So
How
there's
about
7
the
of them.
blind lady?
No.
No. And what's really dope too is like people who know when Deadpool joined the modern version of the X-Force, he had the black and gray costume.
Oh,
They
they do
paid
that.
homage to that too.
He wears a black and gray
Yeah,
costume?
Well,
he's
he doesn't
either way.
wear it, but
Like,
you'll see it.
Yeah, he gets blown with like all this ash and everything like that. And when you look at it, it's the black and gray costume.
Yeah.
It's like pretty fucking dope.
Oh, that's good. That's dope. I mean, I'm pretty.
We got another super chat, guys.
Woo! Thank you, Toku Kid.
Do you think they should have kept the baby Hitler post-credit scene, and do they reference the Mojoverse?
Baby Hitler credit scene.
So originally, I believe Deadpool was supposed to kill baby Hitler, right? Do I think they should have kept it? No, I mean, when you start mixing in historical events like that, it makes it a little weird. And yes, they do reference the Mojoverse.
They do. And what's really cool is the way they do it, because when they introduce Shatterstar's character,
It's like, I'm from the Mojo. I'm from
Mojo World.
The Mojo World,
which
yeah.
is like fucking shit. There's Mojo World. So again, it's really crazy. Like again, if you're a hardcore X-Men fan, Deadpool's doing more fucking work than actual X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And-
like it's fucking awesome.
One thing I actually love
But
about this,
does it make it? Is it canon to the X-Men movies?
we don't know. We don't
Yeah.
really know where Deadpool lies in all
Yeah,
this.
because the thing about it is we do see the cameos from the actual X-Men, all these different things.
Yeah.
But you actually think about this too, though. The next X-Men movie is supposed to be taking place during the 90s.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool looks like it's taking place during modern day.
So why are they the same age?
Exactly. So
But-
yeah.
Here's another problem, or not a problem, but here's something else I did like. Josh Brolin is the perfect Cable,
Perfect Cable, and
Oh.
he's the perfect Thanos.
and I love that Deadpool calls him Thanos. He's like, "Shut your mouth, Thanos."
Yeah.
Like it's some great references. There's also a lot of self-deprecation from Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds in this because they make fun of Canada. Mm-hmm. He's like, it's a great. There's a lot of fun Canadian jokes in there. A lot of that stuff
Very
is in there.
interesting. I still do want to see it. I want to see.
One thing I loved probably more so than anything else is Domino. I think Domino steals every scene she's in. And
Is she comedic?
no,
relief?
the way that she's
well,
happy-go-lucky, the way they
yeah.
display her powers, because you can like in the comic it's more probability, but her powers is based on luck, and they argue luck's not a power, and she's like,
Yeah.
yes, it
In the
is.
com-
He's like,
yeah, in
He's
the
like,
comics,
that's
she
not
looks,
an entertaining power either.
in the comics, she looks more like just a serious type of person. Like she doesn't look like she's.
this movie's a lot of fun with that because
Yeah.
they do this kind of great. They do a great visual way of showing her power, and I thought it was brilliant. I
was
love
awesome.
every single scene she's in. She's
I think
great.
the scene that I saw with her in it, where I was like, oh, so is she a comedic character? Because it was the scene where he's outside of a taxi and he has that little speaker, the little boombox, and then she's just in the car. She's just like enjoying the whole experience.
So what's interesting is when she first gets introduced, she's like this like serious character, but she starts cracking jokes with Wade going back and forth. He's like, luck's not a power.
Yukio's the same character
Thank you.
as the Wolverine. She gets Wolverine to go to Japan. That's who
Wait,
the
who's
Asian
Yuki?
girl is. The Japanese girl?
with the electric
Yeah, the electric things, yeah.
That's the same girl.
Well, we don't know. But
yeah.
Deadpool's always like, bye, Yukio.
Yeah, she's like, hi, Wade. He's like, hey, Yukio. It's hilarious. But it's
Oh,
not-
shit. Guess who's in the room right now?
What?
Brian!
Brian!
Bigenzo! Cast
Bigenzo.
member. Hey, man, we're looking forward to seeing you in June.
What are you doing up, bro?
For all of you guys that remember Brian, say hi to Bigenzo and join him on his adventures on Twitch.
Hey,
Yo, Bigenzo.
congrats on a unified Korea, dude. That's
What?
crazy. South Korea and North Korea.
What are you talking about?
No more war.
It's not. Is it really unified into one thing now? Did I miss that?
That's
What are you,
not unified, though.
what?
Not anymore.
What are you talking about?
Talking to each other.
Huh?
They stopped talking to each
They
other.
stopped talking to each
What
other.
the fuck is going on here, man? I don't know.
Yeah.
Deadpool needs to go over there and help
Yeah.
sort
So-
that situation out.
So going back to Domino, Domino's dope. She starts, and the more she's in the movie, she starts cracking more jokes, more punchlines, everything like that.
Yeah.
She's a really fun character, and there's a fun little line where he says, "Be quiet, Black Widow."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black
And
Widow.
she's low key like Black Widow, but she's actually a little bit more.
We got
badass.
another super chat. Play it again,
Woo!
buddy. It's
Love kid.
Deadpool's like Netflix shows. It takes place in the universe, and his movies and the X-Men
my God.
doesn't exist. How can Domino is blue in the comics but normal skin color in the movie? Hey, that's movie universe. Play it, Christian Bale. Come on, we're
The lies. Stop shooting! You can't just say I'm trying to record a video here. Get the fuck out! God damn.
well, that
shouting.
never gets
Get the
old.
fuck out.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
Tucker.
You have no idea how much Justin wanted to keep that under wraps. Like he wanted nobody to ever see that video. I think we played it 3 times at this point in this one episode.
I think this Marvel video is gonna get flagged immediately now.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
We are not. Dang, this Marvel video is just gonna keep getting
Oh,
flagged.
look at Vincenzo. Oh.
All right, so fun fact about Deadpool in this movie, I got to talk to the cast of Deadpool.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Play the clip.
The video.
Video.
You know, speaking of Domino, on paper, I was like, how are they going to display her powers? But it completely works. Can you talk to me about some of those sequences?
Yeah, I challenged the choreography team, my 8711 team, to how we're going to demonstrate luck. And I know in the comic books it's slightly different. It's like more like probability, and
Yeah.
it's like she's a great shot, and like. But I was like, let's think beyond that. I mean, we have sort of the rules now. Let's think beyond that. And we started to play with this sort of Rube Goldberg idea, like one thing affects another thing, the next thing, another thing, and that just became so fun to us as choreographers. I think when you design fight scenes, you just want to break out of the kick punch,
Sure.
and find new ways and make it fresh for the audience, and that was the opportunity.
No, there's a lot of surprise cameos in here. I don't want to give
Yeah.
anything away with spoilers because I want people to see the film. But how did some of that come about? Was that just on the fly, or was that always planned to be like the Vanisher?
Well, we knew we wanted Vanisher to be a cameo. It
Sure.
was just like, who are we going to put in there? So it was actually late in the game. We had our eye on this person
Yeah.
for a long time, and we had sort of a good vibe that this person might be interested, and so we were lucky to get him.
It was very
honor.
cool.
It's an honor.
So Deadpool, his ethics are barely defined, and he can do anything at any time. What challenges the character to make him grow this time around?
Well, it's emotional growth. I think it's, Deadpool's this little kid. We've always pictured him as this kid in an adult's body, and it's the emotional growth of him going through life and its pitfalls and him growing because of that. This is Deadpool finding a family at the end of this movie, and so we had to take away everything he had at the very beginning and watch him grow over the course of the movie. The first movie, a lot of people said no to us.
Really?
A lot of people, yeah. And this one, everyone we asked, it was yes. It felt like we had been given the keys to the castle.
Yeah.
So, how is it to be mutants, and were you fans of the X-Men franchise? And how hard was it to keep this role a secret from your friends and family?
I didn't keep it a secret.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Like, I told everyone. And, like, New Zealand's such a small place, probably everyone knows everyone, to be honest. We have, like, one cop in the whole of the country. But it was really, I told everyone, but it's so small, the word didn't get out. I had fun playing a mutant.
Yeah.
I never thought I would.
Yeah.
Like, I never in my wildest dreams thought I would. It was really cool.
Awesome. Now, your breakout film, Hunt for the Wilder People, was great.
Have you seen that film?
I've seen not the whole thing.
It's
I've
amazing.
Seen it.
I've seen the trailer.
You're
So
really good
that's,
at
I can say that.
You know,
It's-
you're really good at it.
This obviously has a lot more action in it. So, how was this stepping into this compared to that?
A way better catering.
Yeah.
Way better catering. No, it was a bigger budget. It was on such a bigger scale. From Hunt for the Wilder People. I guess like sort of Ricky Baker and Russell Pfeiffer's are sort of like one just like shoots fire out of
That
his
was your
hands.
first acting gig, right?
No, that was my third.
Your third. What
Yeah,
was
my
the one
first
that
film was Shopping when I was 9.
Okay.
My second was Paper Planes, like this Aussie film that I did, and then there was
okay.
I did like a Don't Do Drugs and Drive with Taika Waititi, the director.
Good for you.
Yeah, because I was like 11 at the time. We were imitating our dads or something. But it was really cool. Not my actual dad. He doesn't do drugs, by the way. Just to point that out.
Now, your character Domino is going to appear in X-Force. Were there like any comic book runs that you kind of studied or looked at?
You know what? No, I kind of jumped around. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head like which series from which version. I had like the original where they were all introduced. And then I had, there was one called Civil War, and then there was another, I had a couple of like, I don't know what they were, but they're like 10-page, or like little short ones. Or, I guess a lot of those thick books are like multiple stories all together, and I had a couple like the single stories, and I had some other ones that was all like varying art, and I sort of just like, kind of did all of them because they were, this movie wasn't adhering to one specific storyline, and I asked if there was anything specific, and they didn't specify, so I sort of like took a bit here and there. I went to like a comic book store and asked the guy working there, was like, where can I get the best essence information of the character, and he like picked out a bunch for me, and then I just read a bunch, sort of also online on her. I like Googled, read on her background, and there are also a couple. I don't know which cartoon it is, but there are like a couple of cartoons. I don't know if it's like an X-Men cartoon, but like older cartoons.
X-Men the animated series, yeah.
Yeah, where I watched a couple of episodes of that and stuff like that. So I tried to. I sort of like reached into multiple mediums on that.
Me too. What made you dive headfirst into it? And is there anything beyond the superhero movie, beyond visuals and explosions, that you think can be different?
Well, you know what? I mean, good story is a good story, and I never like told myself. I agree with you. I was the same way. I was like, I just don't see that, and I like doing these other types of movies and whatever that means, and we kind of like dipped our fingers into Jonah Hex, and that didn't turn out so well. So I was like, I had an intention for that movie, and it didn't reach it. So I kind of stayed away from that thing. But there's something that happens when you have the opportunity first, when Kevin Feige is talking to you, and from a really like a fan base point of view.
Right.
And he's saying, we thought of this great story and we always saw you doing it, and it's not the compliments necessarily, but it's like all the Avengers against you.
Sure.
Love that idea. It's like, that's an anomaly, that's fun. It's a culmination of 10 years and all that. So that kind of like put me into that spot, and I was so happy to do it. I loved doing it. I loved the result. And then Deadpool happened in the middle of that, and I was like, I've already decided to do that. But I got a thing for Ryan, man. He's just, I think he's a really smart guy. He created a tone that was really unique, and I just said, yeah, why not?
We're live. We're back. $3
Yeah.
more, and you get to see the Jezzer freak out one more time. But that was pretty much Deadpool. That was a lot of fun talking to the cast of Deadpool. And I think that all those guys are great. Cable was great, and a lot different than Thanos.
Yeah, really different.
So I'm happy that he took on the role. Zazie Beetz is beautiful. I think I fell in love with her. And also the shirt that I'm wearing in that interview, you can get it on our T Public store. That is an exclusive #show shirt for Deadpool. You can't get it anywhere else. I remember Daniel sold his straight off his back at WonderCon.
Seriously?
Yeah, straight off. Like somebody was like, "Hey, can I buy your? Where'd you get that shirt?" And he's like, "Oh, these are our shirts." And then he was like,
Was
"Can
it sweaty? Was it a sweaty?
Yeah, it was gross. It was sweaty and gross.
What
And he
the
goes,
hell?
"Listen, I'll buy it. I'll buy it from you." He's like, "You give me $20 right now, I'll give it to you." He gave him $20. Daniel took the shirt off and gave it to him.
He wasn't wearing a shirt under?
He was wearing like a tank top underneath. But yeah, that's a fact, dude. That's a
What
fact.
the hell?
Yeah.
$20. That's beer money. Good job.
Brian wants to see the Goblin come out. He calls you the Goblin. That's
Oh
a new
my
one.
gosh.
Three
Oh
more dollars in super chat, and you will see the Goblin one more time. Hey, Brian's asking for it. Just play it.
Oh God! All right, Brian, just for you.
Just for you, since he'll be out here. #Cookie Goblin is a new trending thing.
Oh,
Cookie
no.
Goblin.
Relies. Stop shooting! You can't just say I'm trying to record a video here. Get the fuck out!
Oh, that
It just
was
keeps
great.
getting better.
I love
It just keeps getting better.
the freakouts. Dude, those are great. Those are great. I think people want to see our bloopers. I feel like now, like the producers, whenever we mess up.
I should have saved all those bloopers from that Fancast video.
Oh, those are. Oh, is it? Was that the one where you were like, "Say hi to your mother for me"? That was a good one. All right, so. Man, there has been a lot of bloopers. Like there was one where Jessica called Leonard Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy.
That guy? Leonard?
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wow.
Leonard
Nimoy.
That was a good one. There was a blooper reel I was working on with my old #cast that I thought was really good.
Who do you think would give like the best blooper stuff? Look.
Oh, $2.99.
Oh my
Well, we got it. You got it in. You got
What?
it in. I don't know, man. There's a
Thanks,
lot of.
Goku.
Are we doing it again?
No, you got it in. Who has the best bloopers? That's tough to say. Like, because you don't really do solo stuff, so you don't really have a ton.
Well,
Now,
you don't like doing solo stuff?
Yeah, I was more fun hanging with everybody.
Our whole philosophy has changed a little bit in terms of like doing. Like, I think the most bloopers you're gonna get are me, Jessica, Kelly,
Daniel?
Migdalia, Daniel, and Maverick. Now, currently, those are the people that you're probably gonna get the most bloopers from now. And Rob had a lot of good ones. Rob had a lot of good ones where he would I would like more energy, and he would like spin around and do this thing, and it would be like this. Bro has some really good ones, but those are
that was one thing that I totally. It was in the.
Do it. It counts. $3. It counts, even though you did it.
Huh?
Counts.
$3 it counts.
Stop. Oh, I was like, why is he saying stop shouting? Batman relies. Stop shouting! You can't just say I'm trying to record a video here. Get the fuck out!
Did you not know that our camera was recording? What was going on in your head?
I was cookie face that day.
Cookie face was bad. It was
Yeah,
on. He was on one.
Definitely on one that day.
So, guys, we just started a new show called Fan Theory. Or, I'm sorry, we did start a show
Fancast?
called Fan Theory Friday.
Oh.
But we also did one called Fancast Friday.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
very disappointed in some of you.
So in Fancast Friday
Poor
for
guy.
last Friday, what they did is they cast the Fantastic Four. It was Jezzer against Tony, and you got a little bit more time to vote. You guys pick.
It seems like the voting is being done on THS hashtaggers.
Vote on THS hashtaggers. You want to get involved? We talk about THS hashtaggers all the time. Join the group and vote there.
Yeah.
Jezzer, roll the Fantastic Four Fancast.
Hey guys, I'm Jezzo at Henshin Hangout.
And I'm Tony from Bibbidi Bobbidi News.
And today we're premiering Fancast Friday, where every other week we're going to be fancasting some of your favorite geek properties.
here's how it works. Every Fancast Friday, 2 of your favorite hashtaggers and maybe Daniel are going to show up and go head-to-head and actually fancast one of your favorite geeky properties. And then you, yes, you guys will be able to go to that hashtagshow.com and vote on who had the better fancast.
In a world where Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox is approved, a new cast will need to be formed. In a far-off corner of the internet, a place called That Hashtag Show, 2 people were tasked with picking their perfect cast to become Marvel's first family. Welcome to Fancast Friday.
Okay. All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, he goes
All right.
first?
Yeah. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, shoot. You go first?
Reed Richards should be played by Matthew McConaughey. I think he's got the charisma and star power to carry this Fantastic Four franchise into the MCU, and I think that he's great for the role because he's already played an astronaut in Interstellar, and those Lincoln commercials are really great.
Okay, so I was told I couldn't pick any actors that were already previously cast in the MCU, so that already got rid of my first and second choices. So I'm going with John Krasinski. I need someone who's going to be able to progress and evolve. Somebody from, a clean-shaven, fresh-faced little Reed Richards all the way up to a more grizzled, weary, just old man Richards.
My choice for Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, is Naomi Watts. She's a great actress, she's a strong, powerful woman, perfect for the MCU, and she's already been in a film with Spider-Man himself, Tom Holland, and I loved her in Twin Peaks.
So my pick for Sue Storm is Diana Agron. We haven't seen her do too much since her Glee days, but I think she has the right amount of moxie, intelligence, and strength that it's going to take to play Sue Storm.
My choice for Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, is Zac Efron. Why are we even debating this? Zac Efron is Johnny Storm. I mean, he's got the physique, he's got the abs, and he's a cocky douchebag that we love. And Zac Efron's name is gonna sell tickets, easy.
So my pick for Johnny is actually Colton Haynes. You guys might best know him as Arsenal from Arrow. Now, while Arrow probably hit its peak, I think Colton Haynes still has a lot of potential. I think he can pull off being Johnny Storm. We need somebody young, hot, and cocky, and that's Colton Haynes.
Hey guys, there's only one choice for Ben Grimm, the Thing. It's Mark Wahlberg. He's perfect for the role. He's huge. He's got rock hard abs. We should just paint him orange. Say hi to your mother for me.
So my choice for Ben Grimm is Terry Crews. I need a guy who's big enough to be the Thing. I also need a guy who's just a big old fluff ball on the inside. I also need somebody funny, and that's Terry Crews, and he definitely deserves a shot at it.
Now for the villains. My choice for Doctor Doom is Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. I mean, he's perfect because in the early seasons of Game of Thrones, he was Victor Von Doom. He's evil, conniving, and he could probably explain all of his evil plans to you and make it sound like it's the right thing to do.
All right, my choice is Michael Trucco. Trucco's that guy that you always see pop up in your favorite TV shows and movies. He's just been consistently working for the past 20 or so years. You probably best remember him from Battlestar Galactica. I think he's the perfect mix of just almost too good looking and just terrifyingly intelligent.
My choice for Kang the Conqueror is Pierce Brosnan. We already saw that he can be a villain in The Foreigner, and he's a great actor and should be in the MCU. I mean, come on, he's Bond, James Bond.
All right, Jezza's choice, not that bad, way older than I would ever go, but not that bad. My choice is Luke Evans. I think he's the perfect choice because I need someone who looks like he might be related to Michael Trucco. I also need someone with an incredible voice. If we go ahead and put him in the King armor, I need someone who still has an identity beyond just his physical face.
The director I choose for this film is Matthew Vaughn. He's got a great track record taking these comic books and turning them into great movies. Look at Kingsman. He did Kick-Ass. And he also did X-Men First Class, which is one of my favorite superhero movies. So I think he should be the director of this film.
I think Justin Lin will be the right choice. His work in Star Trek Beyond is deeply impressive. I mean, he took a CGI-heavy spectacle film and was still able to go ahead and explore familial relationships with characters that have been established for decades. That's really, really hard to do. I think he's the right choice.
Why don't you just take a step back and bring on the next challenge?
Pierce
because I already
Brosnan is
won this.
103 years old. Why you think he should be in any movie is
Mark
beyond
Wahlberg.
me.
I mean, he's the best.
Mark Wahlberg.
He could be the Thing. Ask your
Sure,
mother.
if this was Boston the movie, he could do that, but that's not what this is, all right? So please go
Zac
ahead and vote
Efron.
for me and
Rock
my
hard
better fan
abs,
cast.
Human Torch.
What?
Let's go, Johnny Storm.
Dude, go. Over there. Now. Thank you.
Wow.
So the winner, we don't know who the winner is yet. The voting ends tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
You're not in the lead.
I know.
I think you should be personally. Did you vote?
Anybody? Okay.
I voted for my Hinchinberg.
Okay, everybody in the chat, if you think that I should have won, go on to
Look at Jessica campaigning.
THS hashtaggers and go over to the pin post, and it'll be right there.
But wait, let me ask some of our producers that are here.
Vote for
Josh, who did you vote for? Daniel, who did you vote for?
He didn't vote.
Huh?
You didn't vote?
Tony.
Wait, I didn't see your name on Tony.
Whoa.
You voted for why'd you vote for Tony?
Wow.
Wow.
The cast better.
You what?
Overall, I liked her setup better.
What?
Wow.
You thought that they're gonna mesh well together?
No, but
He thought that
no. So that's
Hey,
overall.
let him answer. Let him answer.
Wait. Overall, then no. That's
I
not.
didn't like either of your casts perfectly either way, but she had better lineup in certain areas than you did.
So wait,
Like
what was the deciding factor for? Like,
which one?
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
Mr. Fantastic.
that's one. That's one.
Your Human Torch is pretty good. I like your
Dang,
Human
that's
Torch.
3.
No,
Ben Grimm sucks.
I got 5 out. I got 5 out of 6. She got like 1 out of 6.
You did not get 5 out of 6.
I got 5 out of 6.
Did not like your Mr. Fantastic. Did not like your Human Torch. Did not like your thing.
Colton Haynes or Zac Efron?
Villains were the only ones.
Wait. Colton Haynes or Zac Efron then?
He said Colton Haynes.
No, wait,
for Human Torch.
For Human Torch.
Colton.
Why? I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
see?
just think he better fits it than.
I told you should have went with
Low-key,
Baker Montgomery.
Zac
I don't know why you
Efron
didn't
is
listen to
literally
me.
Johnny Storm in real life.
He is.
Cost of fortune.
Actually, I don't think he would. He's not really doing that much right
I
now.
mean, technically, yeah. And fair fact, he also. I just recently saw him in The Disaster Artist in a bit role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he would.
No, he's up for anything.
Yeah, I saw him the other day on Hollywood Boulevard taking pictures with people.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
He was
he's
like,
up
"What
for
time
anything.
is it? Time to get paid."
Yeah, he's up for
but
anything.
I think that your cast is better. Tony's cast does remind me of like a made-for-TV movie.
It reminds me of like a.
It-
old sci-fi.
It reminds me
old
of
sci-fi
the
movie.
upgraded version of the Roger Corman cast.
Like honestly, here's the thing. Like I think Jezreel, I think you probably would have won, but I think what messed it up was your Mr. Fantastic and that going first.
Yeah,
kind of put it back to
that
somebody's
sets
mouth.
the
Had
precedent.
you set it up like differently, like had you started with Doctor Doom first,
But it's
or you
supposed
started
to
with
be
your Johnny Storm
but
first,
it's supposed to be
I think people
overall.
would be
So like, so did people
But
just
that
watch
sets
that
the
first one
precedent.
and just turn it off?
That's
Yes,
what I think what happened. They were just
technically, I
like-
mean-
they were like, really?
Tony's cast was the Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt cast. They weren't well known, but they turned out to be good.
I disagree. I think
Doctor Doom. Who is Doctor
Well,
Doom?
I disagree with that. I mainly. Oh, we got another super chat. I was
thank you,
half and
Toku
half,
Kid.
but your Kang and Doctor Doom cast won Toku Kid over.
Nice, good job.
Here's my thing with Tony's cast. It felt very much like, hey, guess what, guys? Fox is coming out with the Fantastic Four, and you don't have to pay for it in a theater. Watch it on FX. You know what I mean? It was very much like that. Whereas your cast was like, hey, you got a lot. Your cast was more of like the, hey, Michael Bay is going to direct the Fantastic Four.
I agree.
And this
I
is
agree.
who we're choosing.
I agree. Because like at what point is like Matthew McConaughey going to stretch, slap Dr. Groom, and go, all right.
Yeah, like,
it's like wait, what?
Your cast is very much
What?
like it's like Michael Bay, produced by Michael Bay, directed by what would you feel? Matthew Vaughn, starring Matthew Mug. Like yours is very much like Transformers. You know what I mean?
We're spending $300.
You even put in Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
It was. You even
Hey,
put in Mark
see, out of your
Wahlberg.
mother for me.
It was
Like, you have the
Transformers.
whole Transformers
Like is
guy.
Doom gonna be a giant robot? Just like
Yes, he's gonna be just like Shredder.
But I will say this:
Super Shredder.
You can rally
No,
everybody to try to
Michael
vote for you. I don't think Brian's voted yet.
Oh, Brian.
So
come
Brian,
on.
go vote for Jezzer. It's in THS hashtaggers. Lashana Brooks.
Oh, Ryan voted for you too.
He did.
Right.
Oh, Ryan Ninja Steel.
No,
yeah,
he didn't. No, he voted for Tony. You lie. I saw that earlier. You lie.
Well, we could easily search this. I mean,
know he probably switched it now, but you lie. I saw you on the other side.
Well, don't ruin your votes now, man. Like if he said he voted for you, and we're gonna find out right now.
It's in the pin post.
Let's
Come
see how
on.
much of an honest dude this guy is.
I took his.
Ryan.
Whoa, you went up.
Because you
No,
did go up. You did go up right now.
because Ryan switched. Because look at her count. It went down because Ryan switched.
No, I would
No,
think, I
her
would
count's
think,
the same. It was 15.
I would think
No,
Ryan right
her
now.
count was 17.
I would think Ryan right now.
You better thank Ryan, bro.
Yeah,
He just
okay,
voted for
Ryan. See, you have to watch the video first, Ryan, before you just start clicking on names.
You did gain a little bit of votes. You can see I voted for you twice. but in fairness, you're only 7 away.
Only 7 away. That's
Only
a lot.
7,
That's a
only
lot.
7. And again, like your
Luck,
cast,
buddy.
like some of the things you did was like really smart. Like if I was a studio exec, it was like Zac Efron as Johnny Storm. Like
He's gonna
Shit,
sell
I'm not sure how he would
tickets.
do, but it's a solid fucking bet.
Just like he did in the Greatest Showman. He sold tickets for Hugh Jackman. He sold tickets. So I'm
Jezzer,
putting
stop
together,
while you're ahead, man.
I'm putting together this team, man.
Stop. Matthew McConaughey and Zac Efron. That's
Brian says, got you.
He did watch the
Yeah.
video, Ryan says. Anyway, whoever wins, though, between Tony and Jezzer faces this guy next.
Oh. So do you guys want to see the Henshin Bros go against each other?
So you guys can get the Tony versus Johnny episode. I'm not going to tell you which one it is yet. Or you get the Jezzer versus Johnny episode of the Henshin Bros Civil War.
Oh,
so it's either way is the way this is going to shake up.
Guys, please vote for Jezzer. We need that poster. We need the Henshin Bros going at it.
It's gonna be funny.
The build up is going to be real for that one. But yeah, I like that this new Fancast Friday. We started with the Fantastic Four. I'm not going to tell you guys what the next one is because both of you guys could be in the next one. And Johnny's next. Johnny's waiting in the rings. There we go. Toku Kid. He says he does super chat. And he says, "I might ransom my vote for a freak out."
He gave
Is it worth it? Is it worth it to you?
Come on, you need that vote, Jezzer.
Wait, did he already vote though?
No, I don't think so.
Did you already vote?
He can change his vote too if he did.
Yeah, you can.
Larry just voted.
Thank you, Larry.
I think you might.
Thank you, Larry.
No, Larry voted for Tony too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Let's see.
On you.
But earlier I saw Larry's name.
I love that this show is the one that's going to get you to win.
You're at 11. You're at 11.
Yeah.
You can do it, Jezzer.
Well,
You
what
can
is she
do
at?
it.
What is she at? 15?
16.
No, is she at 15? That
She's
means
16.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll give you one more run. How's this? Man relies. Stop shooting! You can't just see I'm trying to record a video. You're like, get the fuck out! God damn. Just for you guys. That was just.
Just for you guys.
Yeah, that's.
That's a good one.
You know. Huh? It
THS
it's on
hashtaggers.
pin. It's on pin THS hashtaggers. It's the one of the pin posts.
Yeah, that's no problem.
I didn't see your name on there.
It might have been one of my aliases.
You have aliases?
Shady.
Oh, what else don't we know about you?
Yeah, Daniel.
Well, it just looks weird if your hashtagger voted for a hashtag thing.
There's a bunch of us in there.
Now it's 12 to 16.
Yeah, I just think it's weird.
You're 4 behind. You're 4 behind,
12 to
Jezzer.
You're gaining ground.
Oh, I don't know what else I can do.
I can't wait for this. If we go against each other, we have to figure out which one was Iron Man, which one was Captain America.
It's gonna be good. I'm actually really excited to see how this all transpires. But
Oh my gosh.
the
It's
votes
getting
are pretty close. Like you were definitely losing had it not been for this campaign effort of Infinity Watch.
I need to win over people in hers and have them switch over, so it's like a total. So I see some of the people in there.
And Larry hasn't voted. Hey, Andy. So Andy's in the chat. So if you want to plead to Andy.
Okay, Andy. Well, he doesn't. Andy, do you have you seen our Fancast Friday video? Watch that video. I want him to choose truthfully who he likes.
Well, you definitely have the better cast, I think, overall.
You
Like
think
I said,
you think Andy would choose based on knowing Andy? You think he'd choose that team?
If Andy has well, maybe not,
Well,
because
no,
Andy
'cause-
likes CW stuff.
Yeah,
But if
and
he has
Carlton
taste,
Haynes is in that one.
If he has taste,
Yes.
then I think he would choose you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. THS hashtaggers, Andy. Go vote for your favorite Fantastic Forecast between Tony and Jezzer. This is a lot of fun. And next week, Johnny, you might be, well, maybe not next week, but the week after, you might be challenging for the championship.
Oh.
Are we gonna get like a belt or something?
Yeah, we
or
are
like
going to get a
cup
belt.
or
We should
something?
get a belt.
That'd be dope.
A
I want a
championship belt.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Those WWE belts are on sale over at Toys R Us.
Now, we're going to get a real one.
Oh my
A
god,
real belt.
that's crazy.
I had one. Remember, we used to play this game called HeroClix. We had a real championship belt.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
The John Cena spinner belt.
Oh, that's
Okay.
dope.
Yeah, we did.
I don't want the spinner belt, too. That's my favorite belt.
We should put like a hashtag on it.
Yes, a
Have it-
hashtag in there.
I do think, though, that your guys' chance to vote is dwindling. Polls close tomorrow. Personally,
actually, the polls close in like 20
minutes. So, Jezzer, you're
24
4
minutes.
behind. If you can win, and if
So where is it again?
THS hashtaggers, go to the pin post. Should be a pin post there on the
Wait,
very
Josh,
top.
did you vote?
Yeah, he
Did you
voted.
vote, Josh?
Yeah,
He's
he
one of the
voted.
Who'd you
first
vote
ones.
for?
Well, all right, let's just tell you which hashtag brethren.
Oh,
in
Brian,
terms of the
Brian went in there.
in terms of the cast. Well, Brian voted.
Yeah, he just voted. So.
All right, let's see. In terms of all of our cast, not everybody else, but just in terms of our cast, we're gonna. Oh man, you went down, bro.
What?
Who left you?
Who
left you?
Who switched?
So switch their vote.
Let's
Click
see
on
who
it. Who
switched.
clicked?
All right, so let's just in terms of hashtag cast, this is how it shakes down. Brian voted for you.
Junior voted.
He's not a cast member.
Okay.
Brian voted for you. Jezzer, you voted for yourself. Josh also voted for you. Daniel voted for you. Johnny voted for you.
Yeah, shit, hang out.
Rob voted for you. I voted for you. Twice.
Twice.
And then on Tony's side, this hashtag Civil War. Sam voted for Tony.
Oh my god.
Daryl voted for Tony.
Daryl, what are you doing?
Sarah voted for Tony.
I can see that.
Migdalia voted for Tony.
can
Tony
see that.
obviously voted for herself.
Oh, Toku is on the other side.
Oh, Toku's dude. You just showed him the video for your
Oh
vote.
man, Toku.
Toku, what are you doing,
What?
Toku?
But in terms of the cast, you're winning.
Uh-huh.
So in terms of the internal struggle, you have more of the votes.
Dang.
It does shape out to all the guys voted for you, with the exception of Daryl.
I'm about to change my
And all
vote.
the girls vote.
Daryl and Sam.
I'm gonna change my vote. There's
But-
too many dudes on your
Huh?
side. I'm gonna change my vote. Too many dudes.
I think the better.
But there is a like a correlation here with who's on that side, who's on the other side. So I see what it is. I see you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I see.
Interesting. Well, I mean, right now Tony's winning. I personally think that you have the better cast because it is what it is. But
All right.
you could be taking on Tony.
Tony, so you gotta get ready.
So that's.
Well, I mean, it should be an easy win for you. Then you should be fine.
We got to pull a really
Wait, what now?
a
Yeah,
trick out of
you
it.
should-
How's it gonna be easy one for me?
Because you saw
Their
her
cast
cast
is
right
terrible.
now.
Huh?
Because
Their
you just
cast
saw
is
her
bad.
cast right now. The people that voted for her are like crazy.
Well, it's
Crazy.
because your cast isn't great, dude.
No, my cast is
Your,
amazing.
your cast would have been
Your cast is.
your cast
Yeah.
would have been great circa like 2001. Her cast would have been great circa a TV show on FX, maybe. Like,
Wait, did you get accepted into the group, Daniel?
No, just.
yeah, Toku Kid said he's gonna change his vote to you.
Oh my gosh! I'm just gonna look at the fast video quickly. Andy, make your choice. It's on THS hashtaggers, and then we'll see. We will see.
Well, like I said, on terms of the cast,
Mm-hmm.
cast-wise, you're winning.
Except for one. There is one.
Cast-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, you are winning on the cast, but like in terms of the overall, like Derek Hervey voted for her, Kat voted for her, which is terrible. I don't know why Kat voted for her. Fucking, a lot of people like Shadowbird voted for her. Ridiculous, man. Anna Miles, who's usually on your side, voted for her.
Anna and Layla. Oh,
Layla.
The cookie face
Layla.
army.
Cookie face
Henshin
army.
Hangout.
Heard on
Face
you, bro.
army. We'll have a little conversation on Henshin Hangout.
But I will say this: the
Can we-
Ranger team voted for you. Everybody that's a part of the Ranger,
The
except
one-
Daryl.
No, we don't see JD in there. We don't see Elle in there.
We don't see them in there.
Uh-huh.
But all of the other people that I had just mentioned, the
Yeah.
Ranger team, Kelly didn't vote either, but the Ranger team voted for you. I
Yeah.
feel like.
The people, huh?
Huh?
No, it's on the pin post.
Josh, show me how to vote.
Josh, teach him how to use a computer.
Just click it.
Oh look, Lashana Brooks just joined THS hashtaggers.
Oh, Lashana, where you going?
So we're gonna find
Where
out.
you
Maybe
going,
look at
Lashana?
that.
Who you choosing?
Maybe.
Who you choosing?
Oh look, we have two people to add in here.
Who's the other one?
I don't know, but hopefully you get the vote. I mean, this is.
It's on pin. It's on the pin post. So if you go to the top of the page, there's a little bar that says pin post. It's right there. Or you could just look.
Oh, there you go. It balancing out. It's 12. It's 12 to 16 now.
Oh my gosh.
You have 4 to go, Jesser. You're
have
doing
4 to
it.
go.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun to talk about Deadpool 2. Next week, however, we're going to be talking more Marvel news. We're going to be talking about.
Do you have stuff? You got stuff already lined up for? Maybe some special.
We have a few things lined up. We're going to be talking. You know what? We can. Well, can't talk about that yet. Trying to think. We will have Marvel news to talk about. We will have some theories to talk about.
We could talk about the Luke Cage trailer and talk about the theories for the next
Oh, we got this really. We got this really cool.
We got the whole season. If you
For
really
real?
want to watch it, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We also got this really cool Infinity War kind of thing that we have.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's been brewing
this
for a
thing's-
while.
This thing is so good.
And then in 2 weeks, Johnny, you're facing off against the winner of Tony and Jesser.
Oh,
look at that, Andy. Andy's
He's
voting
like-
for you.
He's like
Nice.
his vote. He said his vote is easy. That should have been everybody's answer to it. Their vote should have been easy, but something happened.
But I also think that the newcomer in here, LaShawn, is going to vote for you too.
Oh,
and if that happens, then you're only 2 votes away.
Oh, I need a rally. Got to rally some people.
Josh,
right now it's 13-17. What? You're 4 votes away, so somebody else voted for her as they voted for you.
Go.
Who? I don't know. It doesn't say.
18-12.
Oh,
it's
Daniel.
Daniel.
It's Nagami.
It's Daniel.
Dan, you hadn't even voted yet. What are you doing?
You
oh
monster.
My gosh.
It's currently 13-17.
God, still down by. I was down by.
14.
Huh?
I show 14. I show 18-12.
18-12. What?
There's so many things going on. I don't know.
People are going back and
18-13
forth.
now.
People are going back and forth.
18-13.
Dang.
This is a good one. This is a good one, guys. Coming out of the wire. Great job, guys. 14-17 is what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, man.
So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We have a lot in store for you.
Also, where are we at, though?
Oh, yeah. Duh. We're at the Comic Bug at Manhattan Beach. Now, if you want to come join us live next week, and we're going to come on right after the Star Wars show, join us live. We have a ton of Marvel...
Well, could we, like, we have Retro on Sunday. Is that, like, Sundays?
You got somebody crazy boy 888 that's also going to vote for you?
Oh, that's
Nice.
my godson's dad right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
If we're shooting them here, it should be fun.
Yeah.
On Sunday?
So if
Like
you...
during hours?
Yeah, as long as it's like this, we're good.
So if you guys come out to our show, we have tons of prizes to give away. We have a lot of Marvel stuff to give out. So come and join us live for our Marvel Infinity Watch. We'd love to have you here and spark the debate with you, the fans, right here live.
Oh yeah, and Larry, you got the Black Panther digital code, and Toku, you got Thor Ragnarok.
And those are great things
Those
you can
are-
win from the comfort of your own house.
Yes.
So if you watch us, there's definitely a benefit. Currently, right now, 15-17. You're down by 2. So it's getting closer.
But it would have been it's offset because of freaking Daniel Nagami right there. You monster. You're sick. You're sick.
If he would have voted for you, it would have been tied 16-16.
Yeah, it
which
would have
is very
been.
cool.
How?
But
want a
Josh
beer?
hasn't.
Want another beer?
But Josh hasn't voted yet.
Josh
No,
has
he
voted.
did vote. He did vote.
He
He,
did
was
vote.
one of the
Voted for
first
Jezzer.
ones. He was one of the first ones.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
did vote for Jezzer.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But,
So wait, count. Rob voted for you. Johnny, Daniel, Josh, you, Brian, and me. So that's 7 hashtag cast members against, let's see who voted for Tony on the cast. Because I'm going to judge them all now. Sam, Daryl, Sarah, Migdalia, Tony.
So pretty much everybody
In
on
the
hiatus.
cast, in the cast,
Everybody in hiatus right now. is-
everybody that's on hiatus voted for Tony.
Oh, okay.
Everybody that's
All
active
right.
members of the roster voted for you.
Okay.
So that's
I
how it went
see.
down.
We all see Jezzer in person. We're scared.
Yeah, right. And we don't want them to do that freak out on
Exactly.
us. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And guy, where can we find you, Johnny?
You can find me at JohnnyP313 on Twitter and Instagram. Come on by, let's keep the conversation going. You can also find me this Saturday, me and Jezzer on Hint, Shit, Hang
Yeah,
Out.
at 4 o'clock. It's not at 3 o'clock. It's gonna be at 4 o'clock this time because we're also gonna be. Me and Joe are gonna be in Ontario, walking around a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of which, if you're a Ranger fan, send in your fan questions to fanquestions at thathashtagshow.com for Tracy Lynn Cruz, Yellow Space Ranger. Look at that. We got any streams on Saturdays. Yes.
Yeah,
we do have the Ranger
Henshin?
wrap up and Henshin Hangout.
Yeah. So it's gonna be another. Yeah. So
It's going to be
Henshin's
another late Power Ranger.
Yeah,
Shoot
Henshin's
the
gonna
Shit
be
show.
at 4, and then Ranger wrap up's gonna be at 6.
Yep.
So join us. And if you have fan questions for Tracy Lynn Cruz, send them in. Again, that is fan questions at thathashtagshow.com.
Toku said that he wanted to drop by
Here-
and be part of the.
Yeah, we'd love to have Toku
Yeah.
here. Jezzer, where can everyone find you?
You could find me on all social media at Jezzer Zeus. You could also find us on Twitter on that hashtag show. We got a bunch of cool articles that you guys can be reading. There's so if you guys want to keep up to date with everything, like everything in superhero news, everything, it's all on that website. It's pretty
And shout out again. I'm so happy that he joined us for this live show. Brian McKinney Begenzo. Go check him out on Twitch. He does a lot of fun IRL streams in Korea. He's in Korea right now, but still part of this team because we are global. We are international and taking over the world. We are going to be here this weekend on Saturday, like Johnny said. We're going to be talking some Henshin. We're going to be talking some Rangers. Come and join us live right here at the Comic Book Manhattan Beach. You can check me out on ScreenRant.com and also right here at that hashtag show. Join us live, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
Whoop.
You know.